Can't see what you're saying yet. I thought I would just jump on. How's it going? This is Darlene with Featherweight Doctor, normally coming to you from the beautiful Pacific Northwest, but today I'm in storm-ridden Omaha. No, I'm just kidding. The locals are giving me a hard time because, y'all, we got a severe thunderstorm warning, and they're like, it's no big deal, Darlene. Don't worry about it. And I'm like a wide-eyed Yankee going, that sounds pretty serious. Oh, okay. Mrs. Mary. Mary Carnes is joining me for a few minutes. And then Judy's also going to jump on. So she was smart enough to bring up Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, I can see you. YouTube, I'm coming for you in just a minute. Drew's getting the laptop up and running. Let's see if this, Mary, say hi to everybody.
Hi.
So Mary.
Hi, Kathy.
Mary is one of the sisters. The three sisters. Hi guys. Hi Franny. Hi Mary. Or Joanne from Mississippi. How you doing? Linda Woods on from Texas. Here, close that right there. Yeah. Becky's on from Texas. Hi, hi, hi. How are you guys doing? Oh, Debbie Allen Sinclair's on. Hello, hello. Let me see if I can get this on before. Hi, Myra. Myra's famous. Myra's more famous than I am. Corey,
hi,
hello. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, I'm just going to go. We're going to watch Mary's phone. Oh, visit site, yes. No, I don't want to go to Featherweight Doctor. I want to go to the YouTubes. Oh, here I am. Let's see. So, I don't want to sign in. I just want to. Sorry, guys. So sorry.
Believe me, when she does technical stuff, she does technical
where's
stuff.
my Reagan? Oh, I need to subscribe. Okay, and then it will say, oh, I'm going to you just need to subscribe under one of the Google accounts. Sorry, guys. Nancy's on. Kathy's on from Texas.
Screen sign.
Oh, sorry. Oh, good Lord. I'm so sorry. Okay. Sorry.
I've been up since the crack of dawn.
Yeah, it's just been a smidge of a long day. It's fine. Totally fine. Actually, I think this is holding a charge. Let me see if I can get this up. The YouTubes, and then we'll use, who else is on? So Pauline's on from Texas, Bonnie's on from Illinois, Nancy's on from Lake Stevens, Kathy's on from Illinois. Hi guys, hi Kathy Harris on from Woodinville, and Kathy Swan Cleveland's on from Woodinville also. Oh,
Send Kathy a note, Fran.
this is, so Kathy, I asked to be in front of this quilt because it's one of their block of the months. Isn't it gorgeous? It's gorgeous. Hi, Linda Wood. Sorry, guys, I didn't take my slide off. This is what happens when they let me loose with technology. I'm just saying. Reagan keeps me in line. If someone needs to. So I've had a great couple days here in Omaha. I've just finished up a 2-day class. Mary was in it. Yay! She brought her 222 named Bert, and she was misbehaving.
Very much so.
It was named after her mom. Maybe that says something. Is that where Franny got it from? Maybe.
I'm not saying. I said I'd be good.
Let's see. Videos. Where's my videos? What in the world? They changed the layout.
Don't you hate that?
Why did they do that?
They do that all the time. It just
I
drives
want
me
my
nuts.
videos.
Fran
Content.
says we look wonderful.
Oh, thanks.
It's my adopted sister.
That's right. That's right. Okay, here is YouTube. We're going to keep this going as long as I can keep my laptop alive. Okay, so Missy's on from Redmond on YouTube. Hi, hi, hi. Sandra's on. She likes the quilt in the background too. Isn't it stunning? Do you have more of these seats available? When did it start?
That's a really good question. It is.
Just ask me hard stuff.
I'm sorry. They have a big one and then they have a small one too.
I don't think I have any seats.
Oh, it's all sold out. I was trying. Hi, Kim Warren. Yay, it's Friday. Okay. Odie's on. Hi, Odie from Oregon. All right, guys. Cheers to featherweights and new quilting friends. How about that?
Works good.
Clink. So, Mary likes diet or likes Pepsi. Where's your Pepsi? It's over there. Okay. Thank you, sir. All right, so subscribe. All right, friends. So Mary doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to interview her.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Judy, it's your turn.
Nope.
So you have kind of a funny story about how you got. Oh, so you have to tell them because it's
How I got
hilarious.
used to you?
Yeah. Oh, did you see that? How she got used to me.
So my sister Fran, who absolutely loves you, she lives with me. And she used to watch your videos all the time. And doctor, the featherweight doctor.
Mhm.
And I'd be trying to watch TV and I would hear you laugh. Which is very endearing now, but at the time it was very annoying.
It was
'cause
annoying.
I'm trying to watch TV.
You said I was annoying.
You were.
Hold on, sorry.
And then I said, what are you watching? And she says, I'm watching the featherweight doctor. And at that time, I didn't know what featherweight was either, by the way.
She wasn't quite part of the cool kids yet.
No, I'm really cool now because I have 3 of them.
Super cool now.
So she explained what the featherweight was. She had one, she showed me. And then I started watching. And I was like, ooh, I really like her. Ooh, now I'm a fan. Then this lady has cost me so much money, and I love her for it. We adopted her, so she's part of the family. So I bought my first machine from her, and her name is Tizzy.
She's was a unique featherweight because someone had used the wrong chemical to clean her. But despite that, all of the decals were totally intact. Like she has like this kind of cool matte finish on her, almost like we did it on purpose, but it wasn't really on purpose.
I know, but she's beautiful, and she runs really good.
Well, of course she did. I wouldn't have sold her if she didn't.
Well, of course not. But then she got me hooked. And then I got a top label and a 222 from the same lady.
So she has quite the collection going now.
And of course I bought Fran's school bell for her.
Yes, school bell named Mary, after
Me.
the gift was bestowed.
So.
And I told you guys a story on that. I got a school bell. Franny had been asking for one. She made sure I knew that she was the top of my list, and I called Mary's phone on accident to tell Fran that the machine was available. And she's like, well, I'll take it. And I'm like, she goes, it's Mary. And I said, I think you even let me call you Fran once or twice.
Well, you didn't know who you were talking to.
I
said,
wasn't, I
"I'll
couldn't
take
remember.
it, but don't tell Fran.
Don't, yeah,
That's when she
and then
went,
I was
"Oh
like,
my
wait,
God."
isn't this Fran? That's exactly how it went.
Yeah. And I said, no, I'm going to get it for her for a surprise.
Because she's the best sister ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Lisa's on from Connecticut. Hi, Lisa. I have not forgot about you. I'm getting you that email together for you. Don't worry. I have not forgot about you. Oh, Kathy's on. Hi, Kathy. So anyway, Mary has been faithful ever since she stopped thinking I was obnoxious.
And now I think she's just the best.
And what's funny is I don't even have a cackle. My sister, Denise, has the cackle. Like, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's funny, because if it was the Denise show, you would have been like, turn that off.
Oh, yeah.
She
You
used
have to remember, we adopted her first because of that one little situation.
Well, there was an incident.
Yeah.
So in the class, the last couple days, there was about a handful and a half of regular Omaha Celtic Quilter fans. And then there was a handful and a half of my fans. So if you joined me the last couple of days, thank you so much for making my whole trip. Mel and Joe were here, and some other friends. Peggy, Connie's a new fan, and some other people who have watched the shows. I like to say, take this moment to say that if you are a watcher of the shows, first of all, thank you so much for joining me each time I'm on camera. But I'd love to know you are out there and get to know you a little bit better. Judy P. and Mel and Joe. Oh, Jennifer, you're in Monroe. I'll see you on Sunday. But I'd love for you to say hi and tell me where you're from and introduce yourself to the group. We're a pretty tight-knit bunch now, the online tribe, and we'd love to get to know you a little bit better. So don't just be a voyeur. Say hi.
Who knows? We might all be from the same town.
You never
we can
know.
Get together and have our own featherweight club.
How fun would that be? So Francis is watching from Virginia over on YouTube, and we have Polly in UK. Hi, Polly. How you doing, sweetheart? Madeline is down in SoCal, and Polly said you look like you had a good day. I've had a great day. Oh, Peggy's on. Peggy was in class today. Hi, Peggy. Thanks for saying hi. Peggy's from Des Moines, Iowa. She said that was 2.5 hours away. You made good time, girl. Were you a low-flying airplane? Come on, you can tell me. You drive like my husband does. So just to give everybody kind of an update on the move, we have the moving truck is showing up on Monday, and then we will pretty much be in Sandpoint rather full-time after September 1st. So we still have some strings to tie up, keys to hand back, and then the build out really starts on September 1st for the store. Oh, you flew like the wind. Okay, good. Just as long as you were safely flying like the wind, Peggy. That's all I care about. So if you're in the Sandpoint area, I'd love for you to stop by the shop. We're not going to technically be open. You might find it kind of a sweaty, dirty featherweight doctor. But I'd love to introduce myself. We are going to have all kinds of new products at the store. The new long arm is going to be at the store, so we'll be able to do some finishing work for people, and just have tons of fun classes. Oh, Adeline is on YouTube. Hi, Adeline. Adeline, other than Mel, had the most amount of featherweights in the class the last 2 days. Adeline, can I tell them the story? I'm going to tell them the story. So Adeline was telling me one of my new favorite acquisition stories. So she kept asking her husband for a featherweight, she told me, and he kept bringing home other vintage machines. So Adeline has a couple of, a 66, a 99, a 15 series. She has some other vintage featherweights, but she really wanted that elusive featherweight. So what she told me was that he had bought her a featherweight or two. I think she said she had a handful now, but the white one was the one she really wanted. So I think she said was it Christmas or
Valentine's Day.
Thank you. Valentine's Day, that her husband had the box, the very descript white featherweight box sitting on the table, and he had a scavenger hunt planned. This is something my husband would do, by the record. So Adeline's husband, way to go. And so she said she went looking various places for clues, and the final clue was that it was in a warm place.
Yes.
Right? So she flipped over and opened the oven, the microwave. Guess where it was? This was kind of a dangerous place to leave it, I might add. It was in the dryer. It actually reminded me of one of my favorite Christmases with my kids when they were younger. So we did the whole, everybody got 3 presents, because Christmas around our house got a little gluttonous from time to time, and I didn't like to squelch the grandparents. I don't like to do that. The grandparents wanted to be generous, the grandparents could be generous, but we didn't kind of need to add to everything. And so we did 3 presents for the kids. And so when some of our, we'll say, not poorer years, we like to kind of stretch Christmas out. So we would do a scavenger hunt for the kids' Christmas presents. And my favorite year was the year my son got a full-size drum kit.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love scavenger hunts, Adeline, so this was perfect. But so what we did was the last clue needed to send Cole out of the house for a good, what time is opening? Oh, Therese is on. Hi, Therese, sorry. Oh no, you're getting over COVID. I hope you're feeling better soon. Oh, couldn't watch for 2 weeks. Yikes. Well, welcome back, sister. The opening party is going to be Friday night, Kathy. The opening day is October 1st, and we're going to have it what, open house? Is that what you kind of
Yeah.
come and go? We're gonna have an open house Friday night. I don't know the time yet. Don't worry, I'll let you all know. So anyway, the last clue for Cole to get the drum kit, we needed to send him out of the house because we needed to set up the drum kits in the living room underneath the Christmas tree.
Oh.
That morning we had an ice storm. And so my poor son, we stuck him on his bike in his pajamas at 8 o'clock in the morning to go out of the neighborhood to get a clue on a pole out of the neighborhood.
Oh my goodness.
Because we needed enough time to set up the drum kit. And so he gets back, he is frozen. You would not have known. He saw that drum kit and lost his mind.
How old was he?
He was, 10?
Oh my
11?
goodness.
Yeah. Are we bad parents? I don't think we're bad parents. We got him a drum kit.
Oh, yeah.
Francis says, I love the scavenger hunt. Oh, Francis says, someone please tell my husband. Mr. Parsons, your wife would like a scavenger hunt for her next featherweight.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint, wink, wink. Polly says, no way it fitted in the dryer. Your hubby is legendary. Kim Fish, hi Kim. I said, hi ladies. Oh, Adeline, you have a keeper. How thoughtful of him. So what kinds of things does a featherweight club do? Well, Francis, I think that's kind of at the discretion of the host. So when I hosted a featherweight club, hi Cindy Matthews. When I hosted a featherweight club, we paid $5. Well, not me. Everybody else paid $5. I ended up working on everybody's machines. And everybody worked on a project of their own doing. But I know some clubs like have designated projects, like everybody goes in and does the same project.
I was thinking, we could all come in if we have enough people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody make a block, their own block, and then make a quilt for like quilts of honor or something.
Oh, that's a good
And just
idea.
have a mix
That's
and match
another
quilt.
great idea. So every kind of featherweight club is different, I think. Jerry Hendricks on Facebook says, oh, hi, Linda from Tennessee, by the way. Hi, we had a storm, actually two. And tomorrow I have a tree man coming with a 75-foot crane, holy goodness, to remove a tree top from my deck.
Ooh.
Yikes, girl. Getting back to normal, I hope. Good Lord, thank goodness it didn't come through the house. Let's see, did I miss anything? Mary is.
Just Fran trying to tell me I'm looking nervous.
So Franny was texting me in the middle of my class, girl. I'm like, what? Who's texting me? Oh, it's Fran. Hi, Lisa Meadows in Phoenix. Thanks for joining us tonight. There's no sewing going on. We're just sipping. I just can't. I'm too tired. I would probably sew my hand. It's not happening. Polly in UK say the rules of Featherweight Club is, the rules of Featherweight Club is like Fight Club. What happens at Featherweight Club stays at Featherweight Club. That is hilarious. Hurricane, I know, Judy P, I saw that. You guys are expecting, is it a hurricane or is it still a tropical storm? Henry, right? It's Henry? Franny, it's fine. You can bother me anytime. You're actually not bothering me. All right, well, I think I need to introduce Judy. She thinks she's getting out of it. She's hiding over there with her husband.
Oh, yeah.
Can I keep your phone, though?
You can.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll stand up. Oh,
Yeah, look at me. No one breathe on it.
yeah, don't breathe. Okay.
Thank you for joining me. Oh.
I love you, sisters, and everybody else, and I love this lady.
Oh, thank you so much for joining me. All right, Judy, get your tail over here.
All my AccuQuilt friends know I don't like to do this.
Oh, well,
So
too
Erica's
bad.
on my summer.
Hi, Erica, are you on?
is.
Look, I railroaded her on camera with me.
And Erica knows how much I love being on camera.
Hi, Judy.
Hello, it's been a long day.
I know. Judy and Drew are the best hostesses. I've had a little wine. They started feeding me wine at 3:30 this afternoon.
No. That was Joe.
Joe.
Joe
Oh, no.
and Melwin got the wine.
Oh, yeah. Joe I'm doing pretty good. My half a glass has really stretched.
I know. You sure it's only half?
Can
Did
we
you feel that glass a little
No,
more?
no.
Fill it up again?
Well, Joe filled it,
Okay.
so who knows? Is moonshine illegal?
No, you buy moonshine at the grocery store.
We tried. It was a sip. I'm like, I guess it's not the 20s. It's not prohibition. We don't have moonshine in Washington.
Yes, they do. They just need to go to the store and go down the liquor aisle and find the mason jar that says moonshine on it.
I don't think they sell things in mason jar, which is where I live.
Okay.
Okay. So
Grocery
anyway,
store.
her son makes moonshine. Am I supposed to say that?
Well, it's a little late
Well-
now. He does not sell moonshine.
Oops,
Let's
it's
make
not.
that
Oh no,
very
no one,
clear. He
no
does
one
not sell
paid
moonshine.
for anything. Oh, hi, Debbie Christian. Thanks for joining us. Oh, I look forward to the sip and so. So, Judy, how'd the day go today?
Well, it started off a little rough.
Why? Oh my gosh, we got not we. I
got
was
so-
laughing my tail off in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one
I
we
got-
tried to go through Scooters, which by the way is amazing coffee. It's like Dutch Bros. You guys know Dutch Bros?
Yes.
Scooters is like that.
Yeah.
And poor Judy, I get in the car and I'm like, I need a big coffee. And she's like, okay, we'll go through Scooters. And then we pull in, it's
Open down the window.
monsoony. Well, you guys probably just call it torrential downpour, but
It was
yeah.
a bad downpour.
It-
Roll down my window, and this rain just comes all the way through my window.
She
My
looked
hair's
like
wet, my shirt's wet, my pants are wet, everything's wet, and she's laughing. So I start laughing while I'm trying to make an order so I can roll my window back up, and
Well,
I couldn't quit laughing.
it was
and then She
hilarious.
told me I had to come inside to get
Oh,
the
yeah.
cinnamon rolls, and I said, nope, don't need them.
Never mind. She kept trying to ask us questions as it's dumping buckets into her window. It's like, coffee please, and then the roll. Cream and sugar.
Jumping out the window.
Anywho.
It was bad. And then we pull around, and there's a Jeep and a delivery truck, and I'm like, I can't fit through.
She was being a bit of a chicken. I would have done it.
Really? You shook your head no.
Well, because it wasn't my car, but I would have done it, and we have the exact same car.
Yes,
It's
we
kind
do.
of funny. Her trim package is a little nicer than mine, but still.
So she stayed in the dry side of the car while I got soaked.
And then she
all the way
very
down the
politely
side.
hands me my coffee, and I'm like, thank you.
Our class did not get cinnamon rolls for breakfast this
Nope.
morning because I wasn't walking through the rain.
You didn't love them that much.
I got a barbecue. It was fun.
I have been fed very well this trip. They bought me, what was it called? It has a weird
Okay,
name.
so she got to try Runza today. She's in Nebraska. She likes to try local
Yep.
food. So I'm like, we need to go to Runza for her for lunch.
And I'm like,
Everybody
is
else
that
had
like
barbecue.
your
She had
Runza
Runza.
to the bathroom after you're done eating it?
No. I think you enjoyed it.
I did. It was so good. And it wasn't like White Castle, which should have been called Runza. Okay, I can take that away. So it was like a meat pocket with warm cheese. It was delicious. Delicious. But the barbecue also smelled really good.
Yes.
And then yesterday we had a baked potato bar, which was delightful. So the students in the class today, some of them were like brand new to featherweights.
Yes, a couple of them.
Which is my favorite. And then some of them were new to quilting, not necessarily the featherweight.
Correct.
Yeah, I actually was really pleasantly surprised at how well the class went. And there was really only one machine, unfortunately it was Mary's, that decided to completely say no thank you to class today.
Sorry.
I think I had a part disassembled and reassembled. I called it major surgery.
Before
Twice.
class started.
Before class started.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, what are you doing, Darlene?
So a lot of our students had said that they'd watched some YouTube videos just like me on how to quilt with your featherweight, but they are glad they took the class because they actually learned things from you that was never mentioned in the YouTube videos. So some like calibrating the machine before you get started. None of them knew anything about that.
Well, so I started quilting about 25 years ago, and I found the featherweights about 10 years later. And there are a lot of little nuances to working with a vintage machine that you don't really think about in a modern machine scenario, because the modern machine does a lot of thinking for you.
Yes.
And when you have a highly mechanical, non-circuit boarded machine, it only does exactly what you're telling it to do.
Correct.
So there was a lot of tips and tricks along the way that helped, make quilting on the featherweight more of a pleasurable experience and not a frustrating one, except for poor Mary. I'm actually not totally sure what is wrong with hers, other than the fact that it pieces like a champ. So maybe I told her what she needed to do was to do if she had machine quilting she wanted to do on a featherweight, to use one of her 221s and then to just piece on her 222. It really is the Cadillac, and it really should have been the best quilter of the 3 machines that she owns. But for some reason, it didn't want to cooperate.
Yeah.
So sometimes these girls wake up on the wrong side of the bed, like all of us.
You got to use my 222.
I
today,
did.
and that's the most it's been sewn on since I got it.
Yep, I could tell.
Because it sits nicely on a shelf. It looks beautiful on display. I should probably sew on it once in a while.
Judy P says they're quirky. Aren't we all, Judy?
Yes.
We're all a
Yes.
little quirky.
They are.
I don't like big crowds, and I don't like to get my hands dirty.
Really?
These are my quirks.
Really?
I'm a sewing machine technician that doesn't like
There
to get her
was
hands
more than
dirty.
20 people here today, and you were
But
opening up a machine and getting a little dirty
I-
before class even started.
I feel like these are my people, though. I
Okay.
guess I don't mind a crowd of people if they're my people.
Okay.
But like state fairs,
What?
no. Concerts, no.
Uh-huh.
And like Sew Expo 2 years ago before COVID,
Mhm.
it was a mob. I was trying very hard to keep my blood pressure down because we were mobbed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so no thank you.
Well, when you stand up in front of the class, nobody would ever think that you didn't like to be in a crowd.
Yeah, this room is a football stadium as far as I'm concerned. And there's no tight corners.
Good.
Yeah, it's good.
There is a door behind you, so you can't escape.
Yeah,
when you need...
my kids got my that quirk too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't like to be in crowds.
Okay. Well, I don't like to be on camera, but look what you do.
Look what you do. I didn't really ask her.
No. I said Drew should be on camera because all of the ladies here at my shop love him because he keeps their machine running. You gotta love the tech.
Everybody likes Andy too, but he refuses to get on camera. When we first started teaching together, I had taught a lot of classes, and I had never really seen Andy I'd seen him lead small groups like in training and that kind of thing, but never really seen him teach. Andy's really charming when you get him in front of a group. I'm sure Drew is also.
I wonder how
but-
he feels about you saying he's really charming. Like you didn't
like
think he
shocked.
was.
I was the day before our first class together with Featherweight Doctor. I'm like, so I kind of do things a specific way, and I kind of need you to just let me, because we had started trying to break up the syllabus. Like he was going to carry certain things, and I was going to carry certain things, and in my mind, I'm freaking out because I'm like, he is gonna freeze. He's not gonna know what to say, and instead, I was like, well, dang, you're pretty charming when you.
Drew doesn't have a problem with that. He talks in front of people all the time. It's usually about farm equipment,
Well,
but that's okay.
Sewing machines, farm
he
equipment.
does. Actually, he does really well with sewing machines too now.
Missy's like, we all need a little oil.
Mrs. Red.
I couldn't agree more, for sure. And Missy was at Sew Expo in the mob.
Oh,
And I
wow.
actually remembered her, which was crazy.
Well,
'cause
you
it was-
seem to know people everywhere, so.
Yeah, I can't help myself. So while I'm teaching today, I kid you not, I hear Darlene, and I turn around, and it's a buddy of mine from Arizona. I'm in Omaha. And if you know me, I have like this facial recognition software that goes off in my brain, but it was it was like skipping, like a record skips, because it was the familiar face but the wrong setting. And I was like, how do I know this person? I totally know this person.
Do you know what you said?
I called her the wrong name.
No, you said, what the hell are you doing here? And I'm in the other room, and I'm like, did she just say that?
And then I called her the wrong name.
Oh, I didn't hear. Well, I didn't know her name in the first place, so I wouldn't have known.
Hold on. All right, Kathy in Texas says, I'm an introvert and doing anything with this too many people.
Just no.
My husband should get a shirt that says, I like my, I don't know, Apple computer in like 3 people. Have you guys seen those shirts on Facebook? Pretty funny.
I like my dog.
Lisa, I like
my
my
dog.
Lisa says, I was in one of those classes with both of you. You're right. He is very charming in class. Oh. He's on the road right now. He's on his way back from Sandpoint to pick up another load, I think, if there was enough stuff to justify another load. We got kind of a smaller moving truck, so we wanted to make sure it would all fit. Yeah, like the lawn
You got a
equipment.
lot of work to do when you get home.
Yes.
No, but it'll be great.
Does anybody want to come help me pack? I have 24 hours to pack my kitchen before the moving truck shows up.
I don't like to pack.
Well, neither do I.
That's what movers are for.
No, I don't like people touching my stuff. Like my people touching my stuff, totally fine. Perfect strangers.
My kitchen stuff, I don't care about that. They can touch that stuff.
Whoa.
don't care about
Some of
that.
my favorite things in the house outside of my children or my sewing machines are in my kitchen.
No.
I have pretty fancy knives.
Well, that's Drew's stuff.
Oh, do you not cook?
I cook a little, and I bake. I used to cook all the time, but when Drew and I got married, he took over the kitchen, and let me tell you, it was great when the kids started saying, Drew, what's for dinner? I didn't have to worry about it.
So my darling husband, so I'm opening the shop. We are going to be open till 5 now, which means that I'm going to be leaving Sandpoint proper as early as 5, probably late most of the time, especially on Friday nights when I have my sip and sew and I go till 5. So Andy's working at home, and I'm like, guess what, Sugar Lips? I'm passing you back the cooking responsibility. And he was like, wait, what? And so young ladies who are watching, there's probably a handful of you. When you are newly married, have a tip from the doctor, burn a couple of frozen pizzas.
Oh my God.
And all of a sudden, you will find yourself not being in charge of the cooking responsibilities anymore. Oops. So Andy did the cooking in our marriage for the first 3 years. We were both working out of the house, and so he cooked. Andy is a phenomenal cook, by the way. Phenomenal. I'm pretty good, but Andy's good too.
See, it wasn't that way. When we got married, it would be like an argument in the kitchen.
Oh.
It bothered me that he didn't want me in there, and then, it was I'm thinking that's just stupid. Let him cook.
Just get out of his way already.
Drew's actually a really good cook.
Oh, okay. So anyway, let's see. Mel. Missed a couple. I'm moving to Sandpoint, Idaho. Linda, in Tennessee, we're opening a store. It's called Sand Creek Quilting.
Yay!
Yay! Let's see. Kathy says I think I could. My kitchen is now in 24 hours. Oh, you could pack your kitchen in 24 hours. Before now, well, it could have been an issue. So, Howard Feels, hello. Thinking of making a quilt for a great grandson. This is something new to me. With a little help from my friends, I know you're having a good time in the home friends. I could probably help you, Howard. Don't worry. So anyway, 3 years later, I was working for a telecom company and they closed my office down. And so all of a sudden I was at home to work with a 3-month-old, I might add. And Andy goes, guess what, Sugar Lips? You're cooking now. Figure it out. I am not working a 12-hour day between my work day and commuting and then coming home and cooking dinner when you're here. So guess what? I figured it out. So I thought after 25 years of marriage, it was only appropriate to pass the cooking responsibilities back to Andy.
Oh, sure. Why not?
He looked horrified. He goes, wait, what? He goes, well, I'm not going to be home. And I'm like, what What are you talking about? You're not going to be home. He goes, well, I'm going to come into the office with you and use the studio for my Teams calls. And I'm like, oh, this is new information. And we are going to live in the middle
Frozen pizza.
of nowhere. So it's not like
Delivery.
we can just pick up teriyaki on the way home
Yep.
or a pizza or whatever. So dinner might be interesting around my house come September 1st.
Well, I must be pretty spoiled because Drew will cook a large meal before he goes out of town, so I have leftovers and I don't have to cook.
You're a good man. You're a good
Mine's
man.
about the whole week though, 'cause I make enough to last 2 weeks.
Well, sometimes he makes so much that he'll be gone for like 10 days and he thinks, and there's still some of the same
a lot
stuff
of food.
left when he comes home.
Well, you can only eat
I'm like,
things
I can't eat that much of
a couple
that
of
stuff.
times.
Yeah.
So Peggy, who was in class earlier, said my husband does the cooking and the grocery shopping.
Oh, Drew
Way
does shopping
to
too.
go.
Drew does grocery shopping too, even for the shop.
I'm not really sure I went wrong here, girls.
There's actually a
I-
list on my desk for Costco's, and the girls will say Drew's Costco list is on the desk.
My husband would be like, no. Lisa Meadows says, best advice I ever got was don't do for your husband once what you, cut off. Don't want to do forever, I think is what she said.
Yeah.
Yes. Linda Wood said, I told my husband I did not cook, burnt 2 meals later. He said, you do not cook? I'm still cooking the meal, she said. That was what my husband, that like first couple weeks of marriage, and I burned a couple of frozen pizzas, and he looked at me and he goes, you don't even cook? Mom, are you watching? Why didn't you teach me the proper cooking temperature of a chicken? I could bake like no one's business.
I love to bake. I used to work
Yeah.
in a bakery. I
And- yeah.
enjoy that.
But we couldn't have cake for dinner, like every night.
Why not?
I make crepes and I do pies. I actually love to make pies. Pies are kind of my favorite.
Drew started making homemade breads. So he's been working on his own.
Good Lord.
He works on his own starter for sourdough. So he has starters sitting on the table.
What's your sourdough's name? You have to name it.
I know.
It just sits in a jar and he
Call
feeds
it-
and
Chardough or something. That's what my friend Sarah makes the most amazing sourdough. We call it sourdough.
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 Drew dough. Sure.
Lisa said better buy stock in peanut butter and ramen. And Kathy Zoka said crock pots. I also like Instapots. It's a really quick way of cooking foods that normally take an obscene amount of time. So, do you guys like spaghetti squash? It's like an
Yeah.
hour 20 in the oven, 6 minutes in the Instapot.
Yeah, we don't have an Instapot and we don't have room for more of his gadgets.
Oh yes, there's always room.
Not
Drew.
till when he gets the new house, he can have some more gadgets.
Okay. And I have an air fryer now, and I almost prefer to cook all of my proteins in the air fryer.
He has a smoker grill thingy that puts it under pressure,
Yeah.
and it will cut the time like in half.
Yeah.
To smoke a turkey or something like that. It puts it a
Nice.
little under pressure and it smokes at the same time. So that's
Very
really
nice.
good. I don't have to deal with it.
Let's see. Exactly, Mom. So my mother-in-law, when I first met my husband, we were like, I was 14 and he was 16. And I'd come over for dinner and Mom was still cooking. And at some point in the progression, she was done with cooking and Dad took over. And I remember Dad was fancied himself a bit of a gourmet chef, and he was actually a really good cook. But he would do like gourmet portions. So the conversation would always be on the way to Mom and Dad's house after Dad took over cooking, if we were going to have to stop at McDonald's on the way there or on the way back because we were still starving. He'd have this huge plate, and it would be beautifully plated, and there'd be like sauce drizzled, but the little deal would be like this big.
Well, you don't
We're
have to worry.
starving, Dad. We're starving.
I don't have to worry about that with Drew.
So Kathy Harris said, I'm good at pies too. We make good company then.
I love making pies.
Jen says, my husband Steve does all the cooking and none of the cleanup. Oh, I don't know if I'd trade cooking for cleanup. That's not. Is he a
Okay, Drew
messy
does-
cook, Jen?
Drew does not clean up. I
Oh.
usually clean it.
And Lisa said barbecued chicken wings in the air fryer. Oh, wings in the air fryer.
Drew's over there saying no.
Okay, so I don't do my wings either. We do the wings on the smoker for 45 minutes, and then I finish them in a deep fryer for 2 minutes afterwards to seal in all of the juices and to get the crisp.
Yeah, he likes his a little crispy, so
Yeah.
he likes to have
So
that little crisp.
I
Fry
do-
it first, then grill.
You fry first, then grill?
Yeah.
We do the opposite, grill and then fry and then serve. So, he's watching. Hi, Dad. Hi, you're a fabulous cook. Sandra Garcia says, sounds good. How much water do you put in the pot for the spaghetti squash? It's like 3/4 of a cup in the bottom. And I thought that the Instapot was pulling my leg when it was like 6 minutes. No, it's actually, I do it now for 4 because I like my spaghetti squash to have a little bit more body to them. And at 6, it's really, it's limp. Franny, don't say anything. I just said limp. Don't do it. She's like sitting on her hands right now. She's not going to make a comment. So I like my spaghetti squash to have a little bit more body. So I do 4 minutes on high pressure for my spaghetti squash. Delectable. Polly on UK says her man cooks and takes out to eat. He even wrote it in her marriage contract. I kid you not, my friend still uses her oven for shoe storage.
Oh my.
What?
No, I do love to bake. Don't have much time for it, but
Right.
yeah.
Well, we own stores. Did you see that? We own stores. Because I'm great. Oh, Fran. Sit on your hands, woman. Keep your comments to yourself. She goes, oh darn. She actually, Kathy Zoka, don't encourage her. Trees, what kind of pie do you make? You said you make a killer pie. What's your favorite? My favorite is strawberry rhubarb. What's yours?
Pecan. Bourbon pecan pie.
Gross. It has nuts in it.
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you for not saying mincemeat.
It's just fruit.
And mincemeat is just meat in a pie shell.
It's fruit.
It's nuts.
It's yes. It's nuts.
Pecan and walnuts, least favorite nuts.
Really?
Oh gosh, yes.
Love them.
Almonds, pistachios, peanuts,
All of them.
cashews. Bleh.
Yum.
I know, Reagan loves cashews too. Oh, now I'm getting hungry. We need to stop talking about food.
Well, Drew's taking you to dinner tonight, so ask him where he's taking you.
Where are we going, Drew?
Place called Around the Bend.
Hmm?
Place called Around the Bend.
Round the
It's got
bend.
some good appetizers.
Oh, it's like not literally around the bend, it's called around the bend?
Yes.
Okay.
Nebraska folks will know it.
Everybody's egging Franny on. Mary's like, I'm not there to keep her in check. I have no responsibility here at all. Therese says, apple walnut is your favorite. Nuts. Kathy says, I add craisins and nuts to my apple pie.
Me, I like.
You had
I
me,
like
so you said
raisins.
nuts.
I put raisins in my apple pie, but after
Okay.
I soak it in whiskey.
Ooh.
Soak the raisins in whiskey first.
That sounds pretty good.
A little patties.
Oh, cranberry. Oh, I add cranberry and nuts to my apple
Oh,
pie.
yummy.
Jen says,
Apple walnut.
very good cook. I don't know which is worse, cooking or cleaning up. I guess it's just a toss-up. Oh, Missy likes strawberry rhubarb pie first. Or also, okay, Missy, I have a tip for you. You are welcome in advance for this tip. There is a place in downtown Redmond, where we live, called the British Pantry. And they have, first of all, the most amazing fish and chips you have ever had in your entire life. But they also do a strawberry rhubarb pie with a homemade custard.
Oh, yummy.
Oh my gosh.
My baby's back.
Oh, is Caleb?
No.
Oh.
My
Oh,
furry baby.
Finley. So Finley is a big poofy teddy bear. It's Judy's dog.
Yes.
He was in here earlier. He's a Havanese. I was expecting him to be like a little tiny dog.
No.
He's fluffy.
He's fluffy.
He's got lots of fur. He's going to come on camera here. I'm sure he's going to come see
probably
Mom.
about 9 pounds. He's coming back from the trainer today.
Okay, Sandra's going to try the spaghetti squat. Oh, there he is. Hi, big boy. Look how cute he is.
Hey, Finn. He's the store mascot.
Yeah, so Cindy Matthews says walnuts are very good for you. So my new house, that is hopefully the house that I'll move into in the spring, has three, hi buddy, has three walnut trees. Hi buddy, so cute. 3 walnut trees on the property. So I will have
nice.
walnuts.
English walnuts or black walnuts?
I don't know. I'm just thinking they're going to go to waste because I'm not going to eat them.
Hello.
Hey, crazy man. Hi, can I have a kiss? Oh,
Yes, you
okay,
will.
well.
You asked for it, you got it. So, that's store mascot. Okay,
Oh,
go
okay,
see
you're
Drew.
a very good
Kisses,
boy.
Kisses.
Judy P says toasted walnut crust with vanilla ice cream topped with strawberries.
Yummy.
Woman, we haven't had dinner yet.
I know.
Okay, good. Franny's going to be on good behavior. Oh, Kathy, you know the British Pantry? They also so there's a pub next door. There's a British Pantry, and then there's a pub next door. They have, I know, exactly. They have salt and vinegar wings.
Oh, that sounds yummy.
Oh my gosh. I'm salivating thinking.
We're not going to the British Pantry for
Oh,
dinner.
that's okay.
Sorry, it's too far away.
They know that I like local. Like if I'm
Yes.
gonna travel, I want to experience what the
Something you can't
locals-
get anywhere else.
Like
so we
the
tried to
Runza.
take her somewhere. Okay, that was only for lunch. Trust me, we took her other nice places.
It was delicious.
Yes.
It actually kind of reminded me of a like an Australian meat pie, but it was
Oh,
in a
that, yeah.
handheld.
Exactly.
It was in a handheld device. Oh,
Yes, it was.
My mom
Perfect.
likes your dog.
Thank you. He's my baby.
Lisa, do not poke at Franny. All right. Well, I think we're going to pop off here. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We look forward to having you again and maybe even next year.
Yeah, there's
Yay.
some stuff in the works, y'all.
Yes.
Some stuff in the works. So I definitely will be back here at least twice, I would think, in 2022.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
I have to calm down a little bit because I got to get my store opened and staffed and running, and then I
Yes.
can fly. Kathy Zoko, you would love Lisa. So just to tell everybody what's coming up before I jump off, Monday is moving day. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to do my show from the road. Signal permitting. I'm going to tape my cameras to the dashboard, I think is what I'm going to do. I did it once outside of Reno, and it was really cool. So I think that's what we're going to do. Wednesday's show will probably be in Sandpoint, I imagine, from a very messy Sand Creek quilting. And then Friday will be the Sip and Sew. Wednesday's show is our continuation of our Featherweight Stories show. Lisa Meadows is joining me from Phoenix. She is a very good friend, and she was the first Featherweight Doctor fan.
Oh,
So we
nice.
go back a little bit. So I can't wait to introduce her to you. She has a very prestigious collection of featherweights. So hopefully she'll show us some of her beautiful babies. Oh, Kathy, and your fur baby's precious.
Thank you.
Kathy said French coconut pie. French coconut pie. I haven't tried that. Got ex-husband's truck pulled out of the ditches multiple times with that. Oh my gosh. You bribed your ex-husband to get you out of the ditch with a coconut pie? It's awesome.
Whatever
My husband
works.
would do just about anything for a strawberry rhubarb pie. Oh no, I lost YouTube. I lost YouTube feed. My laptop finally died. All right, friends. I'm going to pop off. Mary, come
Come
say
say
goodbye to
bye.
everybody.
Come on in.
All right, from Omaha, Nebraska, and Featherweight Doctor, thanks for joining us, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.